Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Danelle here at Networkchain. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. As you can see, Bitcoin is currently down about 4.58% over the past week. It's currently trading under $116,000, and Ethereum is still above 1.5% over the past 7 days. But as we see that Bitcoin is dropping, there's a possibility that it could also drop a little bit more and get closer to that $4,000 range. Time obviously will tell, but it's currently trading at $4,365. We have XRP down over 7%, currently trading at around that $3 level. We have Solana. It did go up to above 200 over the past week, but now it's basically flat at about $185. And then you see Dogecoin, the largest meme coin of them all, is down just under 5%, trading at just under 23%. And then you have Cardano, Tron, and Chainlink. Chainlink, as you see, is currently trading above 12% over the past 7 days. It's actually performed pretty well this past week compared to some of the other coins in the top 10. So definitely keep an eye out on this platform. It is a oracle, so it's basically driving data to different blockchains from the real world, and so they definitely have an interesting use case and could potentially grow a lot bigger over the next several years. So we'll definitely keep you posted on what's going on with that and some of the other major blockchains in the cryptocurrency and digital asset space. As we can see here, volatility is the name of the game when it comes to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. You can currently see that Bitcoin is underneath that $116,000 level. We see that it did reach over, and it reached all-time highs actually over the past week, and then it started to come down. There was news that there's a possibility that the U.S. government would not be buying any more Bitcoin when it comes to the strategic reserve that they have in their coffers, digital coffers, I guess we could say. But we have been hearing some conflicting reports as to whether or not they actually will look to add to their stash of Bitcoin. They obviously received a lot of Bitcoin through seizures and other means, but we're looking to see if they're going to actually have an accumulation strategy, but they want to do it in a so-called budget neutral way. Basically, they don't want to use taxpayer dollars to buy more Bitcoin, but there's other ways that they can potentially acquire Bitcoin without having to use taxpayer dollars to actually acquire and buy more Bitcoin in the U.S. stash. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that if we hear some more information. But right now, just a lot of lip service with regards to what's going to go down with the Bitcoin so-called strategic reserve. So at the end of the day, Bitcoin currently right now is seeing some volatility. As we mentioned earlier, volatility is the name of the game, particularly around this time of year. August is known as a time of year where there's going to be some potential downtrends, not only in the digital asset market, but also in equity market as well. There's not as much liquidity, not as many people trading during this time frame. So we could see some volatility throughout the next couple of months and maybe see a pickup towards the end of the year. Obviously, we don't know for sure what's going to happen. We'll definitely have to see, but it's definitely something that is known to be the type of moves that we see during this type of season. And then if you just look at the overall Bitcoin chart here, you can see that there are times where we have some rocky times where we reach highs and then come back down for several days or several weeks and then jump right back up, and then we can go back down again. Now, if it breaks a particular line of resistance, then we could potentially break down and go a little bit more down, or go down a little bit, another leg down, I should say. And so this could be a possibility as well when you look at this chart. If we continue to stay above that 110 or 111 range, then we could potentially see a further leg moving back up towards the all-time highs. If not, we could potentially break down, and if that's the case, then we could easily come back down to around 100,000. So definitely, make sure that fundamentals are very important, but also when people come in and trade into cryptocurrencies, they're looking at the technicals as well. We're definitely not technical experts, but we definitely try to make sure that we have a general understanding of what the technicals show on the charts, because it can definitely be an indicator of what a crypto could do and how it can move in the future. Also, of course, we hear about Ethereum and all the things that's happening with that cryptocurrency. Of course, with Bitmine and SharpLink, as you see here, they are two of the larger Ethereum holders, and they're continuing to buy more. And we just learned that actually there was a big accumulation buy by Bitmine just over the past day or so, and they now have a total holdings of about 1.3 million Ethereum. So they have a goal to get to around 5 million, which would be around 5% of the total Ethereum that's out in circulation. And so they're trying to acquire as much as they can at these lower price points. So we wouldn't be surprised over the next several weeks, several months, that we see that they are going to continue to have very large buys of Ethereum. So we look at the chart. It actually didn't do all that well and underperformed Bitcoin over the past year, but it's definitely starting to make some moves, particularly because of what's happening with these Ethereum treasury companies. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for the largest smart contract platform in the world currently. But they definitely have plenty of competition, as we saw on this chart. Just in the top 10, you have competition from Solana, you have competition from Cardano, and they really try to provide blockchains that are not only secure, but also provide faster transactions and lower costs. So, but does that come at a cost? Ethereum has never had any downtime in its history, and we've had some downtime in Solana, and I believe Cardano also, like Ethereum, has not had any downtime since it has come out on the market. But we're also seeing a lot of other products. It's not always about crypto and the cryptocurrency price, but it's also about what products are being built on top of the blockchain, or being able to have products that utilize the blockchain. And we look at something like the Solana Seeker, which is the next iteration of the Solana phone. So we can see here that that just recently was released, and so people are now starting to have reviews of it and have been able to check it out and see how it's compares to some of the other regular cell phones and smartphones. And you can see here, this is just a picture that was taken with the Seeker phone. It actually looks pretty decent. It's not going to be some of the better camera phones that you see on a smartphone, but from my understanding, it's very useful as just a basic cell phone or mobile phone. So definitely looking to see all the different products, not just what's happening with the cryptocurrency, but we're looking to see how is this going to be integrated in our lives. How is this digital economy going to continue to grow from not only the digital assets, but when it comes to tangible assets as well. And if we look here, we see that Bitcoin continues to duke it out with silver. It's currently above silver at that $2.318 trillion mark. It's still about 1/10 of gold's market cap. So that's one of the goals that many Bitcoiners have, is to reach the level of gold. So obviously that remains to be seen if that will happen anytime soon. But you see that Bitcoin is definitely climbing up the ladder. Actually, the entire cryptocurrency market for the first time reached over 4 trillion, which is where Nvidia is, which also reached that mark over the past month or two. So we're definitely seeing a lot of money continuing to flow into these newer and emerging markets. So definitely make sure to stay tuned here with us on X as well as Instagram, and we basically post there just about every day, and we keep up with what's going in emerging markets, from cryptocurrencies to artificial intelligence and more. We thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to linking up with you soon on the Networkchain. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.